And we are live. Good evening, everyone. Welcome to tonight's session on Make It Simple TT. My name is Mr. Charles, and I am an IT teacher, technology person, dude who loves technology. And for the past few weeks on a Saturday night, I've been trying to teach different things with online learning so that teachers and parents will be able to have a better grasp or a better hold of what we are getting ourselves into and how we could help each other to solve the problem of online learning, which may give some problems, but we really don't have a choice. So we have to find a way to make it work. And my goal is to give teachers tools, give parents understanding, and help us to get the students to be able to get their work done and to meet the requirements of the curriculum. With me tonight again to help me demonstrate is Mr. Anthony Mcleod, and he is going to be the test student again tonight. And tonight we are going through Microsoft Teams demonstration, and then we're going to go into a Google Meet demonstration. The first half an hour should be on Teams, and the next half an hour should be on Google Meet. The Microsoft Teams may take a little longer than half an hour because it's actually a classroom and video conferencing, and Google Meet is just conferencing alone. So we will see how it goes, but we should be okay. We should be okay. Let me say good night to my mods as usual. Mod number 1 is Javish Ramcharita. He's a good one. If you are unruly in the chat, he will kick you out. Mod number 2 is Jared Jaglal. He doesn't kick out people. He answers questions very well. So if he kicks you out, it's because you're causing problems. And then Gio, he answers questions really, really, really well. I don't think he ever kicked anybody out, but by the time he's ready to kick somebody out, Javish already kicked them out, right? So that's Gio. And then Spanish is just an all-round good guy. He'll kick you out, he'll answer your questions, he'll ask you to like the video, which is what I'm going to do right now. So click like on the video. So if you're on the chat, just click the little X by the chat, and you could go on the video and click like. Everybody else, you can share this link to your little WhatsApp groups or whatnot. So share it up now. Share. Or you could just tell him go to Make It Simple TT on YouTube, and he's doing Microsoft Teams tonight because a lot of people asked for Microsoft Teams last week when I was doing Zoom. So we're going to go into Microsoft Teams, and I'll let you know that I personally do not use Microsoft Teams much, but that's a good thing because I'm doing it from a teacher's perspective. Yeah. Right. Yeah. So I'm doing it from a teacher's perspective, and we should be good there. So did I miss any of the mods? Ren here? Oh, yeah. Ren is another mod. Ren is an all-round good person too. We'll kick you out. We'll also answer your questions if you need your questions answered. Loyal students that I've had, and I've never met any of them in person in life. That's a good thing about online. All right, so don't forget to like and subscribe. Thanks very much, kids. Not kids. That's when I'm talking to kids. All right, so we're going to Microsoft Teams. So the first thing that you have to be able to do is download Microsoft Teams. To download Microsoft Teams, you go to just Google Microsoft Teams, and they will ask you to download it. If you're on Windows, it will work. If you're on a Mac, well, yeah, Macs and Microsoft products, they don't really gel. They don't really try to be friends. If they are friends, it's because they worked really hard at it. So if you're on an Apple device and you download Microsoft Teams and you're getting some problems with permissions and whatnot, you're not the first and you won't be the last. All right, so when you get to Microsoft Teams, you go to login. Now, every ministry employee, every teacher that's registered will have a Microsoft address. That's called a FAC address. And mine is andre.charles at fac.edu.pt, right? If you don't have that, then talk to your principal and find out why not. And then once you click there, it's supposed to load, we hope. And it will load and it will ask me to put in my password because I'm a member of the Ministry of Education. But it's taking long because it's a Microsoft account that's linked to the Ministry of Education. So you see here, Ministry of Education, Trinidad and Tobago, and it will go and show me my password. Because it's a Microsoft account that is managed by the Ministry of Education, this is the that's the prompt I'm going to get. So I'm going to put in my password now. I hope you all don't see it. I hope you don't see it. And then I'll sign in. When I sign in, pay attention to this very, very important thing here. It says, stay signed into all apps, allow my organization to manage my device. Well, when you set up a server, I need to go full screen for this. When you set up a server for an organization like and you're using Microsoft as your base, they usually set up the users and they set up devices also. So things like remote wiping and tracking the device and all that stuff, just in case they lose it, because that'll be an asset to the organization. But because our accounts are not set up exactly like that, you want to make sure that you don't check allow my organization to manage my device, because your device is going to sign into their server and then, well, they will have access to your device. So you don't want to do that. And then this part here where it says no sign into this app only, that means you just want to sign into Microsoft Teams. So just choose that alone. If you signed in and you had this on, then sign out and sign back in without that on, please, because then you may be given, I don't know, some sort of, you'll be creating some hole in your technological life. All right, so once I click sign in, it will try to sign in. And just to give you a brief understanding of what Teams is. Teams is like Google Classroom and Zoom merged together in one spot where you have the actual classroom setup, and then you also have the assignments and whatnot set up. So it's a one size fits all Swiss Army knife kind of thing. The only difficulty that I've gotten with Teams so far is the signing in, because you need to have a ministry account or you need to have either a Hotmail, Live, or Outlook account. And that's a problem because a lot of people, when they were younger, would have had Hotmail accounts, and then their Hotmail accounts would now would have migrated to Live accounts, and then your Live account would have migrated to our Outlook account. So all three of them supposed to work, but because Microsoft emailing strategy wasn't really taken off too well, it caused a little problem. And Murphy is showing up, and Microsoft Teams is just not opening on my live demo right now. So, oh wait, it's coming. Okay, all right, yeah. So just to let you know that anytime you have to download a program to a computer for it to work, just like how Zoom gave us some problems last week, Microsoft Teams is very possible to give you some problems, just like any other. All right, so I am inside, and I'll just go through the interface very quickly. The interface will have, on the top right-hand side, I will have my user account, and it would show me my name, my email address, and some basic settings that I may need to use. There is absolutely no reason for this to be moving so slow, but this is just to let you know that apps can be buggy at times. All right, so I could change my picture, zoom and change settings and all that stuff, status message. No need for all that. What I want to introduce you to is on the left-hand side where I have activity, chat, teams, assignments, calendar, calls, and files. Because we are creating like a team, if I click on the top right-hand side, join class or create team, I have three options. Create a team. Then I have join a team with a code. And then for some reason, I don't know why, I am seeing San Fernando West Secondary and CSEC Agricultural Science. I have no idea how, like why I was invited to this team. I don't know if there was a Andre Charles and they decided to send an invite to Andre Charles and they thought it was the Andre Charles from another place. But yeah, so I'm not a part of San Fernando West Secondary, but I can join their team because I don't know, the invite just reached there. So yeah. All right, let me just pause and answer this one time. I am not getting to sign up because I don't have a school email. Well, as I said, everybody should have a school email. You just have to ask your principal to talk to the ministry and they will get the email addresses for you. If they don't get that from the ministry, well, then I don't know what to say again. And what do? It's not accepting my live email. If it's not accepting your live email, well, I don't know what to tell you about that one. Like, it should accept your live email. It should accept your live email or your Outlook email. So I can't help too much there. But I tried it with my live email and I tried it with my original Hotmail address that I had from age 14. And all you'll laugh at the name when you see it, but I mean, we won't go to that. Right. So I could create a team. I could join a team with a code and whatnot. Right. So if I give the code to a child, they could come and join the code. But remember, you'll remember my views on codes, right? If you share codes, the codes could be shared with anybody and then you will get bombed. Like, I spoke about it last week, Saturday, and I think the Ministry of Education picked up on it on Thursday, or Twitter picked up on it on Wednesday, that you could do Zoom bombing, which is you pay somebody, well, not pay somebody, you just send the meeting code to the account, and they will bomb your meeting and create havoc. So when you share codes, you're going to have that problem. But just remember, I told you first. Okay, so I'm going to click Create a Team. And when I click Create a Team, it's going to give me the ability to create a class, a professional learning community, staff, or other. Now, for teachers, you'll have class, because that's what you want to do. Professional learning community, that'll be educators, staff, and administration. That'll be for like if you want to have staff meetings or whatnot, right? So if you have this in your school, everybody has the FAC email addresses, then you can have staff meetings and whatnot with there. But as I said, the FAC email addresses are not well known by every single person. So for today's purposes, I'm going to select a class and I'm going to create a class and the class is going to have a name. So I'm going to name this class Test YouTube Live Class, right? Description, live demo. And then I click Next. As soon as I click Next, it's going to give me the ability to search for students. And Anthony, I think you sent me the email address. It should be in there. Just put it in the chat again. And oh no, I have it in my do I? Yeah, I do. All right, so first thing that you need to know is that your students must have a Hotmail, Live, or Outlook address. Students don't have FAC addresses. Students do not have FAC addresses because that means they'll have to create, I don't know, 20 something, no, 20,000, 20, 25, 5, probably about 200,000 email addresses they're going to have to create if they want to cover the whole of primary school all the way up to secondary school. That's a modest number. So they didn't do that. They created FAC addresses for the 80-something thousand teachers that we have, right? So that means the students are going to have to create a Live, a Hotmail, or an Outlook address. So in this one, I'm going to use Anthony McLeod at hotmail.com. Now, because I am using a FAC address and his address is a Hotmail address, you're going to automatically see him come up as guest. Guest means that he is going to be an external person to the domain, to the Ministry of Education. So the Ministry of Education address is fac.edu.tt, and my address is, the address I'm using here is a Hotmail address. So that's why the guest is there. So I'm going to click Add, and Anthony, you can share your screen now and probably show me what is going on your side. And then I'll click Close. So I added him and I click Close. Now the team will be created and you will see that he is, the class has been created, right? So I'll go into Anthony's, hold on. It's just trying to show my Gmail there. I didn't want to put that out there. All right, so Anthony now got an invitation in his Microsoft account. Now, yeah, pay attention to the top right-hand side. You see where he is here on outlook.live.com. So his address is a Hotmail address, but it's now outlook.live.com. So if a child has to create an address, just send them to live.com and tell them to create an email address there. That's the safest place to go. They'll be able to create an address, and it will probably be Outlook or it'll probably be live.com, whichever one, right? All right, so he got an invitation that says, Andre added you to the test YouTube live class, Open Microsoft Teams. So when he clicks Open Microsoft Teams, one of two things will happen. It'll ask him to download the app, or it'll ask him to open the Teams if he has it installed. So if the computer has Teams installed, then it should just be able to click open it, and it will open up on Microsoft Teams. Now, this is different from Google Classroom because Google Classroom works in the browser. You don't need to download anything for Google Classroom. So usually when you send a link for Google Classroom or invite, it carries them to the next tab in Chrome. But Microsoft Teams, they need to have the app downloaded on the computer, which poses a problem because many people are using really, really underpowered devices, and installing Microsoft Teams is going to add an extra load to that computer that is probably struggling already just to even come on. So we need to keep that in consideration when we want to use Teams as an option. We have to remember that they have to download the program to their computer, and anything that creates friction, like downloading something to your computer, you'll want to think about the end user, not just yourself. Like, okay, we are using Microsoft Teams and that's what we're using in the school because XYZ is the case. Then you have to think, wait, can the child even download Microsoft Teams on that laptop that's barely struggling, on the tablet that they're borrowing, or the phone that they're using from their parents? That's something you want to consider. So he clicks open Microsoft Teams, and it should open up Microsoft Teams. So let's see what happens there, Anthony. You are not on Teams yet, but you can set it up for your organization. Right, this is where a little confusion happens because I don't know how you felt there when you were like, organization? What are you talking about? Wait, is it waiting for you to sign up or something?
I'm signed up, but I'm not signed in. It's 2 layers there. That's actually confusing.
All right, yeah, because I was confused when I was trying to sign up earlier. But not started confusing. It's just that this is exactly how it is. This is no filters, no about 2 hours of preparation when before this, and we still having problems. So try and sign. I don't know. All right. So I guess, but you signed up already, didn't you?
Yep.
All right. Let me let you put in your password and stuff there while I explain this to the people. Okay. So the student has to create an account. When they create their account, they're going to have to log in. And when they log in, it seems like they will get some friction in terms of signing up for Microsoft Teams. If they have it downloaded, if they don't have it downloaded, stuff might happen. And I'm not too sure exactly how this is going to work out, or how it has been working out. Anybody in the chat, have you used Microsoft Teams and you experienced problems with children being able to sign into it or sign up for it? Because we definitely having some issues right now because Anthony still has to sign in, and it carrying it to Office 365 Education. Oh, yeah. So this is definitely not a friction-free process.
Okay, let me try troubleshooting.
All right, no problem. He will try to figure that out while I let you all know about my technology education classes I'm going to start in the first week of October. All right, so these technology classes, they are tech literacy classes, and they're literally for the lowest of the low. People who do not know anything, people who struggle to do basic things like check email, like go to our website, you send them a link and they don't know what to do. People who can't send WhatsApp messages properly, or when they're trying to buy a phone, they don't understand what the specs mean, all those different things. It's for people who really, really almost like afraid of technology. So if you know anybody who's afraid of technology and they think that it's the hardest thing ever, and they often say things like, I don't know about this technology thing now, that's for all the young people and that kind of stuff, Well, they're going to have to learn it because online banking, government services, licensing office, everything that you're going to have to do is going to become online. So these technology classes are geared towards those people to be able to get to understand how it works and not just do the basic things, but be able to grasp how the process is and troubleshoot things along the way. So the link for that is in the description of this video. And if you know anybody, or if you yourself are somebody who struggles with technology, or you know somebody who struggles with it, but you just don't have the time to teach them, well, yeah, I have that class specifically geared towards them. And well, last week it was $150. That was the introductory price. Now it's $200 a month, which is basically $50 every week. And it's on a Saturday from 1 p.m. to 2:30, 1 to 2:30. The first hour is actually work, and the next half hour is questions alone. And yeah, click the link, fill out the form, and this week you'll be contacted by the admins, and they will set you up for the class. And trust me, the first class is just making sure that you can come to class. So don't worry too much. All right, Anthony, how are we going with the setup there?
Still trying to work it out. I signed out from the. Okay, I'm signing back in now. And let's see if this works. In.
Okay, it looked like you're inside there. Yeah, just click on the top left-hand side by. Okay, I think you're in. Test YouTube live class. That's supposed to be the name of the class there. Yeah, you're in.
No, I think
What happened?
this is your screen.
Oh, my bad. Sorry. Oh, sorry. Yeah, that's true. Oh, okay. All right. So now he has to sign back in. All right. Let me see some comments here. Good night. I got that same problem when I tried using it on my daughter's laptop, but everything went fine on my phone. It still doesn't open up on the laptop. Okay. Yes, Miss Seeley. Clearly, we doing something wrong here. Or somebody did something wrong. So I'll let Anthony sign in by that time. Good night. I use Microsoft Teams at my job. Thank you very much. I gather that your job would have set up emails for you, so it would have been a lot easier. But when you're signing in as a guest, from the student's perspective, it seems to be a little difficult for the students to get in. When I try to use the Teams to conference, my camera shows me sideways. I couldn't figure it out, so I'm using Google Meet. All right, thank you very much. So question, I was trying to add my students, but they kept saying they are guests, not students. Can you say why and what should I do? All right, they will be guests because your email address is a ministry address. So the ministry basically has this like a domain, and anybody else that comes from the outside is basically seen as a guest to the ministry's system. If the students got their own email addresses, then they would be able to come into the ministry system, but that's not the case. So we have to make sure that you understand that a guest is really the student trying to get into the ministry system. So they will be seen as guests all the time. All right, so that's Shirya Lochan. Yeah, that should answer your question there. I hope. While we still try to... Hey, look, it says you've been invited to the Ministry of Education.
Yeah, I don't know why it says Ministry of Education, but I realized I had to sign out first, then sign in after getting the invitation. All
right, so yeah, I could see why a lot of people had questions about Teams. Like, this is not frictionless at all. This is not a Zoom where you send the meeting ID and the code and boom, they get inside. This is not Google Classroom where you invite people by email, they click the link and it goes straight into their account. It's not frictionless. So trust me, like this is not planned. I was asked for a phone number to text me a verification code. I entered the code 3 times, still not working. This code is needed for Office 365 education. So it means I can't use Teams. All right. Ooh, getting a bad rap here, boy. However, I found it has some issues. You have to go in with your email address and then set up your password. All right, thanks. How to add users to a domain? I don't think as a teacher you have the ability to add users to the domain. All you could do is invite them as guests with their Hotmail, Live, or Outlook address. So you have to tell the students to go and create a live address and then come up with it. Just like we told people to create Google addresses, Gmail addresses for Google Classroom, you're going to have to tell them to create live addresses for Microsoft Teams. And yeah, I'm not feeling it right now. So you click continue there, nothing happened yet?
Okay.
So he has to put in his password again. All right. I'll search your screen, or yeah. Okay, no, coming up with that. Okay, cool. I don't want anybody to see your Hotmail password, even though you probably don't use it.
Nope.
Yeah, Hotmail is a spam. Okay. Look. Ministry permissions. The Ministry of Education, moe.gov.tt. The permission is to read your name, email address, and photo. You should only accept and trust your Ministry of Education. All right, cool. So basically, the child should get acceptance of, well, to accept the Ministry of Education. After it took us all of 7 minutes to log in, maybe more. Yeah. Right, so the teacher would have to create the group and send it, and send emails, which is what I did, because I would have invited him to the class, and now I have one guest there. So I could go to add member, and I add the member, and you'll see Anthony is one of the members, well, so far. Okay. Yeah. So if I go to the top right hand side of my screen, you will see that I have one guest, and then I have Meet. So what is Anthony seeing as a student? He is seeing that he is on the test YouTube live class, which is on the top right hand side of his page, top left hand side, sorry, of his page. And he's in the test YouTube class, and he could see posts, files, class, notebook, assignments, and grades. Now the thing about Microsoft Teams is that it's all in one. It does the Google Classroom features, and it also does the Meet features. So we're going to test the Meet features now, which is the live classroom part. So I'm going to go on the top right-hand side and click on Meet. And when I click on Meet, I am going to get this screen in the middle here that will say add a subject, meeting in general channel. Why is it trying to look for the EOS? Oh, that's the other webcam. Can I switch my webcam here one time, eh? Nope. It's not allowing me to. Okay. So I'll just turn off the webcam to start the meeting. And I'm going to click Meet Now. When I click Meet Now, I would love to see what happens. Okay, so the meeting is going to come up here, but nobody is in the meeting yet. Okay, then I see suggestions of people I should put in the meeting. So the suggestion is Anthony Mcleod as guest, right? Let me just get my other webcam up, my default webcam. Show device settings. Hey boy. Audio devices, speaker, microphone, camera. Change it to integrated camera. Okay, cool. All right, so device settings now is where you would set up your microphone. As just like Zoom, you want to set up all these things as default, but they don't have any word name default. So you probably just want to look for integrated camera and integrated microphone. That should be okay. All right. So I could put on a webcam now, and I'll get my side webcam, which is the webcam on my computer. That is huge. That is huge. Whoa. How do I make it smaller? Okay, that's really huge. Anyhow, where the meeting thing on the right hand side? Chat, show participants. Okay, good. All right, so when I click show participants, then the right hand side. So Anthony Mcleod is a guest, so I'm going to add him and ask him to join. When I click ask to join, let's see what happens on his screen. Ask to join. All right, so he gets a big meeting thing in the middle, says welcome to the class. Ooh, they get a pop-up that asks them if they want to allow it to on private networks and public networks. That is another piece of friction there that students, yeah, okay, cool. Allow access.
Oh, you can't can't see it on my screen, but at the bottom right on the other screen, there's an
Mm.
accept or decline, similar to Skype. It's very Skype-like.
Okay, there's an accept or decline. Okay. So now you're seeing on my screen, you're seeing calling here. And he is being called. Will he accept? Yes, he's going to accept. And he has the ability to come in with his microphone on, his webcam on, and join now. All right, so click join now. Let's see what will happen with your secondary webcam.
Actually, that is not connected, so we have no webcam.
Oh, all right, cool. So he doesn't have a webcam, so we're simulating Anthony doesn't have a webcam. All right, look at the bottom right-hand side, the bottom of my screen. You're seeing myself at the bottom here. That's me. That's my webcam. So I am literally the smaller teacher, and the students is the one in the middle. I would assume that there would be a grid here of people. And how do I make myself big? More actions. Nope.
On my screen.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out why you large. Okay. All right. Oh no, when you click switch camera, you're trying to find the other webcam. That is not smart. Why are you allowing people to switch their webcam? Okay, cool. Now I have to go and change my webcam settings back to my desired camera. Like there's literally an icon that allows you to switch through cameras, which is like a concept or something. Okay, so basic interface. At the bottom right hand side, you have show participants, you have show conversation, and you have raise hand. Show conversation is the chat. So let's try something in the chat. Can you read this? I don't know if you're seeing the lag, but there is a definite kind of lag when you're using it. Anthony, you getting that kind of
not so much.
A little bit of sluggishness? No? Okay. But you got the chat, right? Okay, yes. All right, so you got the chat. Okay, now problem number one here, you can send GIFs. And I don't know if I want my children to be able to send GIFs. That would be a little, like, imagine I'm teaching and then the child sends that GIF in the middle of class. Everybody is going to erupt in laughter. That's not cool. That's not cool. I'm going to have to find a way to take off those features in the chat. So let me see if I could do that. You try to send a GIF. Let me see how it will come up. If I could, yeah, block it or something, or stop it or something. No, I'm not seeing any setting to block it. It's literally yeah, trying to find, well, I'm trying to look for the settings in the meeting and they just have show device settings. And then the only way I probably could do it is if I go into the settings before the meeting starts and see if I could address that. Or let me see if I click on your name. Nope, I could pin you, but I can't mute you. Okay, probably have to set that up from before. Okay, all right. So send the GIF, let me see if I could delete it. If I could delete one of your messages. Or you can respond to people's messages with emojis. So I could put a heart on your message. This concerns me a bit. This gives students a lot of latitude in the way that they could express themselves in the class, and I'm not too sure if that'll work with us Caribbean students, because Caribbean students are extremely expressive. And yeah, I can't do nothing about that GIF there. All I could do is like it. I mean, if you have really, really good classroom management, then you may be able to just, enjoy that and tell the children, okay, respond with a GIF to what I'm saying. But there are some bad GIFs out there. And I could see students finding that and literally trolling the teachers. For all the teachers who don't know what trolling is, it is basically doing something to annoy you in a very subtle way. So it's like you ask them to put up a GIF to express how they're feeling, and they purposefully put one that is going to be deemed as offensive, but you can't really pinpoint it as offensive because it's so borderline. Yeah, it's kind of like, that's like what trolling would be. So just in case you hear your children saying that, yeah, let me troll miss or let me troll sir, that's kind of the best explanation I could give. All right. Wow. Okay, cool. I am not feeling this Teams thing. Anyway, let's go. So you can put your hand up. So put your hand up, sir. And let me see what happens on my side. I see a hand up. Yeah, Anthony Mcleod hand is up. Yep. And then I could get in. All right, cool. All right, so I'm going back to show participants to see if I see, most likely I'll see the list of names. All right, so his hand is up when the one is there. On the options for the student, I can lower hand, so I could force him to lower his hand. I can pin him to the middle of the screen, remove him from the meeting, and make an attendee. What does make an attendee do? Change who can present. Okay. So if I want a student to present, I have to make them an attendee, and then they will be able to share people, something like that. All right. All right. Now, if I want to open share tray, in my share tray, I can share a lot of things, which will be my desktop, my apps, files. I could browse for things. Any window I have open, I could share with him. So this is cool. This is like sharing the screen. If I have, and I could also share whiteboard. Okay, so let me put the whiteboard up, because I believe Teams has a dedicated whiteboard. I'll open up the whiteboard. Now, Anthony and myself, we are at the bottom of the screen. On your side, do you see the whiteboard? Or yes, you do? All right. But you don't have the ability to use it, right?
I should have. Not seen it.
Oh, he does. Yeah. All right. So the whiteboard is in full effect right now. We are both writing on the screen. He is a student and he could write on the screen. So if you have a touchscreen device, this whiteboard will come in really, really, really handy. Really, really handy. How do I stop him from writing? Let's see. There must be a way. Other participants can edit. Right, so I go to the little cog on the top right-hand side, and I could take off the ability for participants to edit, because I don't want him to write down straight from the 6 Gaza me say. And now he has to stop. Did it stop you?
Yes, it's in read-only mode now.
All right, so it went into read-only mode, and then I could rub off all the mischief that he would have written. Okay, cool. So we have control over the whiteboard. This whiteboard app is really, really good. I use Microsoft Whiteboard on my computer when I am presenting to students. So I gather that the same abilities are here, where you could choose colors and you could write things, and you could also put in text if you want. And you could type stuff like that. Nice, cool. All right, so that's the whiteboard. Now to close off the whiteboard, I'll click the stop presenting here. We're on my screen right here. Open share tray. No, I could click stop presenting on the bottom left hand side. And yeah, that's it. I've seen somebody in the chat saying Mac doesn't allow audio when sharing videos on share screen. Yes, because at the start of the video, I told you that this is Microsoft Teams, and Microsoft and Apple, they're not going to really make friends to get this to work on a Mac properly. So if you download Teams on a Mac, yeah. All right, so basic things that you could do, you could share your screen, you could share videos, you could share presentations once you choose system audio, and you could share a PowerPoint presentation and gather present from the screen. So I'm going to click share PowerPoint and let's see what happens now. Do you see the PowerPoint presentation?
Yep. Database box.
And all right, at the bottom of my screen, I got a little, just now, my two screens went crazy there. You see that? You seeing the screen here? You see the second screen, or you just see the PowerPoint?
I'm seeing the PowerPoint on my end.
Okay. I want to press F5 and actually run the PowerPoint. Do you see it in full screen?
Yep, full screen now.
All right. And I am seeing Anthony on the bottom right-hand side. So I guess when you have multiple students, you will see them over the screen. So this is one of the good things about stop sharing. Yeah. This is one of the good things about when you download an app to the computer. You have the ability to get the overlay of the overlay on the screen. But with so with Zoom and Microsoft Teams, you could get good sharing going on, because remember I told you all, Zoom and Microsoft Teams are very feature rich. There are a lot of things that you could do if you explore enough. So raising hands, chat, and getting people in, right? So that's basically all I wanted to make sure we know about Teams, the video conferencing part. So I'm going to end this call now. And I just ended the call, and it gave me the Skype noise because obviously they use the Skype technology inside this. It's literally Skype 5.0. All right, so the next thing I want to show very quickly is how to create an assignment. To create an assignment, I go to the assignment section on the left-hand side, and I'm going to create an assignment for Anthony to do, which is which classes? Wait, search classes. This is YouTube. Did I not make the class? Why is it telling me to search for a class? Choose a class. I have one class. What happened here? All right, let's go back again. I have Teams. I have one of the teams is called YouTube Live Class. Post files, classwork assignments. So I'm going to click on assignments. And I have no assignments there. Oh no, it's coming. All right, create assignments, get started. All right, get started. It'll ask me, do you want to create assignments? Yes. So I'm going to create an assignment. I have two choices. I have assignment or quiz. Assignment or quiz. And the assignment is going to give me this option here. Whoa. All right, so name of the assignment is test assignment. Test assignment. And instructions would be instructions. Do the work, kids. And this is the important part, adding resources. When you click add resources, what will happen is it will give you the opportunity to add many different things. Just like in Google Classroom, where you could add different resources, you could add multiple resources here. And you could add a class notebook, which will use OneNote. You could add a class link. You could use OneDrive, or you could make a new file. What I want to show you how to do is how to upload to this device. So you can click upload to this device, and then you will get your Windows Explorer come up, and then you could find your assignment, which is a PDF, and then you click upload, and it'll upload the assignment as a PDF, and they will be able to see the PDF there. So I'm going to assign it, and Anthony is just going to open it on his side, and we'll see how it will look. So he's going to go up to where assignments on the top right hand side, or you should see it in the stream. Yes, it came up. Right, so you see test assignment, you click view assignment. It's these emojis are coming up on the side all the time, boy. Like you could literally put an emoji for anything. So imagine I give you an assignment and you laugh. That wouldn't work out too well. All right, test assignment. Okay, good. And click turn in. Let me see what happened on my side. And on my side, I could see that the test assignment, it was turned in by Anthony. It was returned. And then to give feedback, I have to click the little plus sign, and I could enter feedback like, well done, sir. And then click return. Yep, it's there. And now I can see the return assignment. So if I click on his name, I will see that he didn't submit anything. No points because I didn't set it for any marks. So it's similar to Google Classroom where you have the name of the student on the right-hand side. You have the comments that you're going to put, and then you could return it. Very straightforward. So no issues there. Right, that's one assignment. Good. And this thing here called the feed on the top right-hand side, it will show you all the things that happened in the feed. Who's that asked me to join a staff meeting there? Whoa. Whoa. Somehow I feel there's somebody in Trinidad as a teacher that's named Andre Charles, and they've just been inviting me to things because my name is highly generic. Highly generic. What else can I do? Okay, I'm going to show you one more way to create assignments, and then we'll pause on Teams. We'll probably come back to this in a couple of weeks when we figure out some more advanced stuff. So let's create one more assignment, and this assignment I'm going to create is going to be an assignment, and I'm going to actually make the document using Microsoft Word one time. So I'm going to do this test doc, and I'm going to add resources. And the resources I'm going to add, I'm going to actually choose Microsoft Makefile. So when I click Makefile, it will give me the option to use Word, PowerPoint, Spreadsheet, or OneNote. So I'll click Word. When I click Word, I'll click Do This Assignment. And then I'm going to click Attach. When I click Attach, it's going to now give me the Microsoft Word document here. And when I click on it, it will show me, it will open up Microsoft Word in a browser. So I'll get a web version of Microsoft Word. Now, this is for people who don't have Microsoft Word installed on their computer. I want to see if you will be able to edit it in the browser version, or if you'll have to download it to your computer, because that's concerning. Because then we have to make sure every child has Microsoft Office. I doubt they would have done that. Can you edit this? I'm going to click edit. Can you edit this? Click close, and then I'm going to assign it to him as an editor. I clicked close. Yes, I did. And so this is Microsoft Word inside there. And then I'm going to choose the 3 dots on the right-hand side. When I click on the 3 dots, I have students get their own copy. So when I click students get their own copy, that means he will get a copy of it, and he should be able to edit it. So I'm going to click test doc, and this is what I really want to see. I've never done this before, so let me see what it looks like on your side. If when you open it up, it will open up in Microsoft Word Online, or it will try to force you to do Microsoft Word offline. View assignment. Look at the URL. Oh, jeez. All right, click on it.
Open Teams, open Word, open Word.
All right, let's see. Opening Word Online. Let me see what happened. It open a new tab. Ah, oh.
Have to sign in here too.
No, it will. It's not going to. It wants you to sign in with a FAC account. Let me see. Try your address, because this is the Ministry of Education thing. That is a problem, because now for a child to edit the document, they would have to have Office 365. And
Yeah, something like that.
yeah, I doubt this will allow you to sign in, because it says Ministry of Education on top. Did it? Oh my. Okay. All right.
SharePoint.
Yeah. All right, so it went through and SharePoint. Okay, so it probably linked back to the team that you're in. So he was able to edit it. All right. So now when you click edit it, what you do, you click close, and it says saved, so I guess you could just close it. And then when you go back to the assignment, you'll be able to submit it. But it's kind of disjointed, because you're using the Teams app, and then you're getting pushed to the browser. Click turn in. Let me see if I will see the edit. Oh, there's a little rocket. Oh, how nice. Lift off. Whoa. Taking a while to reach me there. Way. No, there's the other one. Oh, wait. Yeah, turned in. Right, cool. Got it. Let's see if I will see what he did. When I click on it, it opens up in Microsoft Word Online for me automatically. And yes, all right. So the words that he wrote came up. So there's yes, I. Okay, so that works. So I could close that. All right, that's it for Microsoft Teams. I think I got there. I'm quite all right. Quite all right. Okay, let's take some questions before we move on to Google Meet very quickly. I did when I registered for the class. Oh, no. The classes in October. The mods will be putting a link in the chat, so you can just click on that, or you can click on the description of the video. Every YouTube video has a description in it, by the way. So on the YouTube video will tell you information about the video. So if you look there, you will see you'll see the link to the class, and you will also see links to the devices that I recommend that you get for online schooling or online teaching. Nobody has questions about Teams, or they just kind of like, nah, we good. We could. What platform are you focusing on next week? Next week, I'm going to show some advanced things in Google Classroom, because I would have gone through most of the basic things already. So next week, I'll go and show advanced things in Google Classroom. Yep. Any questions about Microsoft Teams, guys? Anybody? Any takers? No? We good?
When you're totally lost, there's no question.
Yeah, they kind of like, if he lost and Anthony lost, then what are I really going to say for little old me? All right, I get you guys. I don't think Microsoft Teams is very Hey, go in. The student hub on the inside. Quality online learning. Don't get tied up. Like, there are OGs, and then there are OGs. All right. So if you're following this page and you subscribe, it's more than likely you would have subscribed to Cohen Springer. If you haven't, then tell him I'll send you. But more so, you can subscribe to the Student Hub. You see this one here? The Student Hub. Check that one out. It's good. All right, so let's go now to Google Meet, which is dead simple. Dead simple. So I'm going to start with myself with a tab. I'm going to share this tab. and I'm going to go to meet.google.com. And I get this. Google Meet is good because it works in the browser. So there is no downloading of anything. You don't need to install anything. It just works. So I click new meeting, and it will give me get meeting link to share, start an instant meeting. So I'm just going to choose get meeting link to share, and I get this pop up in the middle. Now this is where it gets technical. You have to click copy, which is really the two little boxes on the side here, or you could highlight it and click copy, whichever one you want to do. And when I click copy, this is what I'm going to send to my friend. So I'm going to send that to Anthony via the chat that I have here with him, and he will get it. And all Anthony has to do is click it. Once he clicks it, and I go to the same meeting link that I clicked on, I will get the screen that shows me as waiting. So my meter is getting ready, and it's just going to be there. Now remember, this is happening totally in the browser. And to this person, there are many features in Teams you didn't touch. Yes, I said that's where I'll stop because I will do more advanced things later on because I don't have time to go through all of that. But what I wanted to highlight more than anything is the level of difficulty that some students may get when they try to join Microsoft Teams, which is what I'm trying to get people to understand more than anything. It's not just about a platform. It's about how the teacher could use the platform, how the parents interact with the platform, and more than anything, how the student interacts with it. Because if the student can't get access to it very easily, then we will have a problem from all the perspective, right? So yes, there are many features, and it's true. But as you just saw, it's difficult. That's why I think most people fighting up with it. So as I was saying, yeah, so so we on Google Meet, and Anthony, did you click the link? All right, so he's currently ready to join, but he can't join. He has to ask to join. So click ask to join. Let me see what happens if I don't join now. Right, so he clicks ask to join, and he say when someone lets you in. Guess who's going to let him in? I'm going to let him in. So I click join now. And the first thing that happens when I click join now is that I'm going to get myself on the screen. And then I'll get a pop-up that says Anthony J. Mcleod wants to join the meeting. As the host, you can remove this person at any time. I click admit, and bam, there is a meeting with the two of us. Google Meet is the simplest, straightforward setup that you will get when it comes to meeting. Google Meet just does the basics well. It doesn't try to complicate the thing with all the other features like raising hands and all that kind of thing, which you may want. And if you want that, then go ahead, use Zoom. But I'm just letting you know, I recommend Google Meet because it gives you the ability to, one, have control of a meeting because you could kick people out. So if somebody is unruly, I could go on the top, in the people section, click the drop down arrow, and if I click this remove from meeting button here, he'll be removed. And when you remove somebody from a meeting twice, they can never come back into that same meeting again. So if somebody is a pest, you remove them, they click back the link, they come back in, and you remove them again, then they will not be able to enter the meeting again once you remove them twice. That's just how it works. So you kind of want to be careful about kicking people out twice, right? Because you may have to create a new meeting for them. And if I want to mute him, I could mute him. Unmute yourself there, Anthony, please. Right, so he's unmuted now. And if I want to mute him, I could click on him and mute him. And I will mute him. It says Anthony J. Mcleod will be muted for everyone in the call. Only Anthony can unmute themselves, right? So I click mute, and the only person that could mute him back is me, right? As again, I will say it very, very clearly that Zoom has way more features than Google Meet. way more features, way more integrations. But Zoom also has the capability of being erratic on you sometimes, especially when you download it on a computer that's not really that good. It gives problems. All right, the next thing that you could do is go to the chat and you could type, and the chat is very linear. There are no breakout rooms, no issues. I put this as the chat. This is the CHAT. No emojis or anything like that. So the chat is very linear, straightforward. No issues there. And if I want to add somebody, I could add them via email. So I could put the email address in and add them, and they would get the invite straight to their inbox, or I could send the link. But again, you all know my views on sending links. When you send links, people get the link and try to come into a meeting. But the good thing is everybody that tries to come into a meeting, you're going to see them trying to join, and you could admit or deny. So it's possible for you to control who comes into the meeting, especially if they don't have their real names. If people coming in with not their real names, then you may want to let them in and let them know, go and change their name and come back. Other things that are important in Google Meet would be microphone and camera. Okay. Oh, noise cancellation comes in default in Google Meet. So that works well. So even if you have a noisy background, you'll be able to hear it. Right, I could turn off. You could turn off your webcam and you'll just see the person's name or their avatar. And there are different ways of presenting. So when you click on change layout, it will automatically try to use auto. Oh, this changed. Hey, the ability to add more tiles is there now. It went up from 16. Now it could go up to 49. Haha. So for all the people that were using Meet and they only could see 16 students at a time, they finally updated it, and now you could see up to 49 people at a time. So if you put it on tile, you will see everybody tile as if it's Zoom. If you put it on auto, this is where Google shines a little bit, where they're kind of smart and they kind of figure out, okay, this meeting has a lot of people in it. Let me automatically put everybody in tile mode. Or when somebody is presenting, it will automatically try to present it in sidebar mode, right? So I'm going to put it in sidebar. No, I'm going to do a presentation, right? Now for presentation, you have three options. You could present your entire screen, present a window, or present a Chrome tab. If you're using Chrome, you'll get these three. If you're using Edge, you'll only get your entire screen or window. You won't get the Chrome tab. So if I choose my entire screen, I will get a pop-up that will show me the screens that I have. Because I have dual monitors, I have screen 1 and screen 2. The average Joe is just going to have screen 1. So if you do your entire screen, you'll choose screen 1. If you choose a window, I could present now and choose one window alone, and only that window will be seen. So let me find a window that I could choose. I don't have any other windows open on this thing. Okay, I'm gonna open up something. Let's open up whiteboard here. All right, again, the questions about Google Meet just now, because there are some questions that people ask, and it's because they've used Zoom and they want Google Meet to act like Zoom, but it's just not going to happen. Google not going and try to make this super complicated. One, because it works in the browser, and because it works in the browser, it's not going to try to. You're limited by the amount of things you could do in the browser because it's not an actual system application. Teams and Zoom, they work on the system, so they could do many different things, but not that. All right, so I'm going to try to choose a window and present my whiteboard. So I'm going to click on the whiteboard and click share. All right, now this is where it gets cool because I want you all to understand this. On Anthony's side, Anthony will see only the whiteboard window. He won't see anything else that's on my screen. So let me show you Anthony's side. Yeah, all he sees is the whiteboard. So he doesn't see what is going on in the background. So for all intents and purposes, I could be working on a document in the background. I could be typing things. I could be talking to somebody else. doesn't really matter because all I want him to see is this whiteboard. I use this a lot for assignments. When I'm giving them classwork to do, I'll present just one window and they see that window alone and they will write there and stuff like that. Okay, my whiteboard. Everything on Microsoft is just vexed with me tonight. Yeah. All right. Okay, so Anthony could also present. So the student also has the ability to present. So let me give him a chance to present. I'm going to stop presenting my screen. And go ahead and present. So basically, anybody inside the Google Meet has the ability to present, but you can stop their presentation if you want by going by people and then just removing the presentation. So when you present, next to your name, you would see presenting coming up. So you're trying to present something there? Yeah. Okay, so I'm on Anthony, right? Yeah, so he's going to try to present a window and he's going to choose one window. All right, so yeah, presenting a tab is the cooler one because you could actually have one tab up and you could choose, wow, all them tabs there, couldn't find one by? Nah, I want a specific tab.
It's a random tab.
Right, so he's sharing a random tab, and on my screen, he's seeing you are presenting to everyone, and he has presentation audio on. And on my screen, I'm seeing only the tab that he's sharing. So watch carefully. I'm not seeing any browser, I'm not seeing any X's, I'm not seeing anything. Basically, what they do is cut the middle part of the web page out and show you that alone. So you could go on a website and you could work on something, or you could be working on a Google Doc or something, and the children will see only that because you presented the tab alone, which is where Google Docs and Google Sheets and stuff will come in very handy. And of course, if this presentation is not sanctioned by me and I want it to stop, because from his side, he is doing this, but he's presenting something that I don't want the class to see, I could go to my people section on the right-hand side and then click the stop, remove this from the meeting, and I could remove his presentation and it will just disappear. And we're back to normal meeting. And as for like children who have their presentation up, but they're not seen. Okay. And the coolest thing about Google Meet is the ability to do the closed captions properly. So when you speak in proper English, you will see that the closed captions will come on and they will literally almost get everything that you say with a 90-something% accuracy. And this is good for people who have who are differently abled, who may not be able to see well, or who have different cognitive processing, and sometimes they are better readers than hearers. They could literally read what is going on in the class. You know, like people who watch Netflix and watch the subtitles more than the actual movie, because they read the subtitles more than actually listening to the audio because it gives you different sensory perceptions, right? Google Meet does that. So I'm going to let Anthony talk, and you could see that both of us will be able to have a dialogue, and it will pick up which name is which as we talk. So Anthony, what do you think about Umbrella Academy on Netflix?
I actually started it and it was a little slow, so I'm waiting to see if things pick up.
But I think it was okay. Vanya wasn't given as much as a chance as she should have. Right, so I said Vanya, but Daniel. Right, okay, so it picked up. Did it pick you up, Anthony? I didn't see your words come up, you know.
I am mute on Google Meet.
Oh, you're muted on the meeting, okay. All right, so
I only watched a little bit and it was slow.
All right, good. Okay, right, so you'll see it there. That's just to prove that both of us, we came up when we were talking, and that's what is necessary for this to work properly. Okay, good. And to end the call, I click end, and boom, that's it. If I want to do a next meeting, I go to meet.google.com or Google Meet, and I just create new meetings, and I'll get the code. And once you have the meeting code, this meeting is perpetual. You could use this meeting code every single time. Problem is, once you share meeting codes, you have an issue. So sometimes it's better to create a meeting and then invite people via email, which is not that hard to do. So that is it for Google Meet. Let's see if we could get some questions in before we go. I had to scroll too far back up this chat, boy. All right. This person here, how to present and see the presentation. There's no known way to do that. You will see the presentation, but you won't see the people in the background. So you will see the presentation, you could present, but you'll just be able to hear their voices in the background because there is no overlay of video on Google Meet because, as I said, it works in the browser. So to overlay it on the meeting will be difficult to do with a browser because you have to basically get picture-in-picture to work from a browser, which is not exactly straightforward even for Google's perspective. Let's see. Can you write on the screen when sharing your screen during present? Yes, you could write on. No. You can't write from the sharing screen. You could write on your whiteboard. Yeah, so you could present your whiteboard window, write on that window, and they will see that on the screen. If you have double monitors, that will be better, but that doesn't always work out. So you would just have to, when you're using Google Meet, you have to get accustomed to the fact that the meeting is going to be in the background. And if you put something on your screen, you will more than likely not be able to see everybody on the screen unless you resize the windows. And if you resize the windows, things will get kind of small. So you have to decide that that's something that you're going to deal with. But for the most part, it doesn't give any problems. It just works. Let's see, any other questions? No questions about Google Meet again. Okay. Right, so I think that's good enough there. There's a Chrome extension called Dual Screen. Get the effects of two screens. Oh, yes. There's a Chrome extension called Dual Screen and a next one called Dual Less. I forgot to tell you that you could install extensions on Google Meet, but those will be for the advanced things because next week I'm going to start to redo everything, but I'm going to do it from an advanced perspective. So next week I will do Google Classroom with advanced stuff. Then I will do Zoom with advanced stuff. Then I will do Meet with advanced stuff, which will be extensions and things, but I don't have time to do all of them at one point in time. It will take kind of long to do that. These first few videos are just basically for the basics for teachers to be able to get up and running. And if you want to get up and running with easy meetings, Google Meet is your friend. Easy. Can you use your cell as a teacher to host a Google Meet? Yes, you could go on your cell phone and just download the meeting app and create a meeting and share the link in your Google Classroom, and then they will be able to join it, and you will be the host, and you will be able to manage everything. I've hosted a whole staff meeting on my phone already, and nobody knew. Is there a time limit for Meet as it is with the free version of Zoom? No, right now the time limit for Meet is unlimited up until September the 30th, when I think they're going to decide which features they are going to leave free and which features they are going to keep. So I think the unlimited time for Meet still holds. So once you start a Meet, it goes on forever. Unlike Zoom, that stops at 40 minutes. And I think when they drop the free version, it will go for an hour at a time, but you could always join back the meeting. Google Meet is also available for Android and iOS. Yes, it is. How can you present a video with audio? When you're presenting a video with audio, you will use a tab. Okay, Anthony, let's just do that one quick now. You can rejoin it. If I want to present a YouTube video, let's say I go to youtube.com and I want to present a video. So let me show you my screen now. Share back the screen. All right, so I'm here. Anthony has joined and I add him. To present a video, I'm going to click present now, but I'm going to choose a Chrome tab. When I choose the Chrome tab, I want to choose share audio at the little bottom part here. I have to tick share audio, and then I'm going to choose a YouTube tab. Let me just take off. I need to figure out which one of these tabs to present before I show my YouTube analytics. Is it? No, not video details. It's YouTube. Nope, YouTube Studio. YouTube. All right, so I'm sharing this tab for YouTube. And it's inside the NBA. I don't want to get a copyright strike, so I can't play. Is there anything I could play that wouldn't give me a copyright strike, Anthony? You know?
Something random, like, I don't know, like sound effects, something to, like one of those videos that you put on to sleep or something.
Oh, right. The lo-fi videos.
Yeah, stuff like that.
Have lo-fi hip hop music or something like that. All right, that's all. See if I can find it. Presenting. Where am I? Where's my tab going? All right, the multiple screens. God, sending me crazy. I don't know what happened. Okay, I'll just share back my video. All right, yeah. So this is me presenting me. And because I have audio on, you're going to hear what it says. The problem is that it gets really, really choppy if you move the mouse around too much or your computer is struggling. So right now my computer is legit struggling because it's streaming and there's a meeting going on. So I'm going to stop. Because what just happened there? Where that audio came from?
I have no idea.
I have no idea. Okay, cool. All right, that's probably like the idea, right? So that was me answering that question there. Okay. Yes, I already did Google Classroom. Check back 2 videos before this. Just go on the channel and look for online learning. Is there a maximum capacity for Zoom classes? Yes, Zoom could go up to 250, I think. Google Meet goes up to 150. I can't remember. But I mean, what teacher could stop this meeting now, right? Yeah. I mean, what teacher is going to have 250 people in their class? Unless it's a staff meeting. Not a staff meeting, like it's a parents meeting or something. That would be a lot awkward. So what causes your device to lag during sessions? The processor here, where did that audio come from?
Probably Google Meet.
Oh. Oh, okay. Yeah, that's literally what happened there. The whole thing lagged. I can't even mute it. hope I'm not sharing the tab still. No. No. Oh. Oh, okay. I think I understand what happened. StreamYard and Google Meet both use Chrome. So both of them were streaming at the same time. So the audio from the Google Meet that I was trying to stream in the meeting. Yeah. All right. I think I'm going to hear myself from now till whenever. All right, let's see if I close that tab. Hey, go down, replay everything I said. Everybody hearing this on the outside, or it's just us hearing it on the inside?
Actually, I'm not hearing you right now. I'm hearing a single stream.
And it's playing you back too. All right.
What if you mute it and then we enable the audio?
All right, I'm going to remove myself from the stream.
Okay, well, I guess I'm here. So, can I hit the music? Yeah.
All right, good. Fix now.
Okay.
Fix now.
Cool. Nice.
All right, nobody else hearing it. It's only us hearing it on the inside. But this is awkward. I'm hearing myself in like the past. All right. Can you present Google Slides on a shared screen? Yeah, you could present Google Slides, yeah. Could you record the Google meeting? You could only record Google Meet on you can record Google Meet on G Suite if you set up G Suite. So you can't record a meeting unless you have G Suite. And if you need G Suite set up in your school, I also have a team that does that. Because I set up G Suite in my school and it works pretty well based on the reviews that we got so far. And we currently setting up G Suite for other schools. Okay. Any other questions before we end off? It's almost an hour and a half. My intention was to go for an hour, but it's cool. I'm still hearing myself, but I'll just act like I'm normal. Act like I'm normal. I'm cool. We good. Right, so any more questions before we end off there?
Oh, there's one thing I remembered from a question someone had concerning Teams, back when we was using Teams. They was talking about not getting through and having to do the education something. So it's really about at least for the students to sign out totally. Then, at least for the first meeting, sign out totally and then join via the link, and for the teacher or whatever to make sure that they're signing in using their school's email. Because me being signed in before caused me to get redirected all over the place.
Oh, okay. I understand. So basically, the children should not sign in.
Yeah.
See, they shouldn't sign in before.
Sign in until they get invited.
Until they get invited via their email.
Yeah.
All right, yeah. So they shouldn't try to sign into Google Meet unless they sign into their email first. I mean, yeah, sign into the email, click the link there, and I will send them straight to it, and it'll be one sign in. Okay, cool. Right, so don't forget to like and share, everybody. Thank you very much for your time. Remember, Anthony is a certified technician, and he does stuff, so his information will be in the link to this video. And if you need any device help or whatnot, he's a good fella to talk to. Even if he can't help you, he will give you good advice. So next week, for sure, I'm going to start to do advanced things in Google Classroom. The advanced things in Google Classroom will be like setting up assignments for multiple people, setting up quizzes that will auto-mark themselves, and setting up shared documents and Jamboards and whatnot. So you will see that. If you haven't subscribed to this page, you can click subscribe now. As soon as the video is finished, click subscribe. You could go follow on Instagram. If you have students that are doing CSEC and IT, they could check me on Sunday Night Live. Saturday Night Live is for teachers and parents. Sunday Night Live is for students who do an IT. I'm starting SBA work this Sunday. And don't forget to look out for the registration for the technology literacy classes for people who literally don't know anything about technology, but they want to know because they want to be able to do things like apply for your passport or do things online or whatnot. Technology literacy classes to help those sort of people to be able to understand technology better. So like and share. And if you know somebody who'll benefit from this, please share the video with them so that they'll be able to understand what we went through and how to navigate some of the issues that you may have. Thank you very much for your time, and I will see you all next week, Saturday at 8 p.m. Yeah, it was good. Bye-bye.